What is up, bros? Me, Josh here, and today's video is another episode of Breaking It Down, my series where I'm going a little bit more in-depth with my play, explaining why I'm doing it, what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and I'm hoping to help you guys give a little bit more insight, and hopefully helps you guys out in your future play. And today we're playing with a DeGrasse, a Tier 6 French Premium Cruiser, a really fun ship, a ship I don't play that much. I don't really play low tiers that much. I tend to stick relatively like Tier 7 and up. Those are kind of my favorite tiers. I just don't really play tier 6 much. When I come back down, it is a lot of fun. And then we got middle tier this game, so there are some tier 7s, but the DeGrasse does pretty well at getting up tiered into the tier 7 ships, so it's really not too bad at all. And this is one of my favorite maps, New Dawn. I love it because it's not too big, things are kind of action-packed, and you can have a lot of fun playing these maps. And you know, it takes away the part of high tier maps being way too big, everything being too spread apart, and this one ended up being a lot of fun. In our division today we had a Fusion, so he's going to be a little bit weaker against destroyers, but you have me to back him up. We have an Arizona as well. And we're going to start working towards the BA cap. Now, a lot of our team went down to C cap, and that's not too bad because there's only 2 destroyers. So there's a Fusion as well as a Genoa, so our destroyer doesn't really need to get worried about torps at all, but I'm really just trying to focus on helping our destroyer do as much damage as possible. So if we can take out these DDs, we're going to have a massive advantage. And what I mean by that is we'll just have insane map control compared. So ours has Survival Blade Expert, theirs doesn't, so that's a really good start. But as much damage as we can do to this guy, the better, as well as I'm going to start defending A and then start wrapping down as fast as I can. So things we need to really kind of look for is all the battleships. We're not the tankiest. We're not the tankiest ship, so we even got to worry about the Algiers 203s, and especially a New Mexico that's kind of hanging that way. And but as you can see, this Lemming train down to C cap, they have like 8 ships there. So even though there is a battleship off to my left in this Algeria that does have big 203s, I do want to be a little careful, but still, I want to be semi-aggressive, because if we push these guys and get a bunch of damage, then we could just basically take over the side and then kind of trap them in that corner. So that's always what we try to do, is try not to push. And I'm throwing random torps out for a destroyer just in case he's there, because it really isn't spotted. I assume he's on C, but that Fusion could have been there as well. That's maybe he rotated up or something like that, so that's why I threw those torps out. But I'm a little worried about this New Mexico, but we are going to just keep him kind of lit on fire, and I'm going to just keep working on this Algeria as much as I can, and just still push forward. Not too much, because I just don't want to, you know, trade away all my life, because we already dropped one of our tier 7s. I think we almost got Deb struck. We took a bunch of damage. But we are going to take B cap, and then we are going to keep pushing forward. But this Algeria is probably more of a threat right now than this New Mexico. New Mexico, although a great ship, isn't the most accurate ship in the world. I'm trying to find a time to turn, but I'm assuming this Algeria was firing AP at one time. So sometimes you can kind of read a cruiser if they will switch. If they will switch ammo types or not. This guy was originally shooting AP at stuff, so I would probably assume he'd continue, and he's turning away, so I feel like if I turn broadside to him, I'll probably just get smacked with AP. So DD is going to come in, try to smoke me, but I'm far enough away anyway, so there's nothing wrong with doing this, and it's a good practice to kind of do, and that is just going dark. Now, I try to go dark. As you can see, they're barely in my range, so I'm still just trying to back up. And then RD takes a little bit of a hit there, but still just trying to back up and go dark. If I can go dark, what this ship is really good at is basically kiting away. So what I mean by that is it's really good if something's chasing them, not pushing into them. It's a very fast ship, it's very agile, and a good rate of fire, and a pretty good fire chance. So this isn't a bow tanking ship, you know. It's not like a Cleveland or something like that. Bow tanking, I guess, a different style. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the smoke screen and then actually try to get an idea. Once I am fully on that, the smoke screen is fully on my right, we'll kind of know where potentially the destroyer is as well. And mainly we're going to get this cap, because we are starting to lose. We lost another ship. So we've lost a tier 7 cruiser as well as a tier 6 battleship. So we're losing this fight pretty heavy. I'm hoping, and again right here, as you can see, I'm on the smoke, so I put that smoke in between those 2 ships. And again, remember, when you fire, you are detected at your max range of firing. So what I mean by that is if you fire and your range of firing, and again we keep continuing to lose ships, let's say you have a 16-kilometer range. What do I have? 16.2. So as soon as I shoot, I'm detected at 16.2 kilometers no matter what. But if you saw right there for a split second, as you can see right now, I'm firing blind. So that means nothing's in that point of view, or I've lined of sight basically everything around islands. So that I'm trying to get an idea of where a destroyer is potentially at. So, but still, we're gonna work down this New Mexico. Faster he goes down, and so my idea right now is these guys all push south, basically down the 3-4 line. They take out that Algeria. Maybe we can work him down a little bit more, and then I, again, using the strength of this ship, which is basically a kiting ship, I rotate over to this angle, and then start working this whole side. So we have 2 caps though. Even though we're down 2 ships, 2 relatively big ships, 2 of our battleships, we have map control, so that's really good. We have 2 destroyers. They're both relatively healthy, and at this point we're just hoping that some of the guys down south got good trades. And what I mean by that is, even though they're dead, hopefully they did good damage. A lot of people are really scared of taking damage in World of Warships, and it's not that big of a deal, honestly. But as long as you're getting a good trade, like if you have a ship with 50,000 life, but you end up doing 90,000 damage, 100,000 damage, although you didn't kill anything, I would consider that a relatively good trade, although it's very, very important to get the kills. If you can go in and trade your ship life for life and get an overall just better trade, even if it doesn't even mean to kill something, most likely it's going to overall be a pretty decent situation, because that means another ship with more life can basically just start working them down and get those final kills. So dying in this game isn't the worst thing. Now, if you are the last ship alive and you're trying to solo warrior, dying's a terrible thing. But just dying in this game, I think a lot of people, you see with a lot of battleships are kind of chilling at pretty long range. We definitely need to kill the Xinhua, but the Degrasse is pretty accurate, pretty good at just doing this and getting a destroyer out. And that's basically, even though we're down by ships, if we can keep our destroyers, that's how we win this game. So hopefully we snake him right here, and we do. Boom. So one of the DDs is down, so we have the DD advantage. We're down basically battleships, and what I'm going to do right now is you're going to see me switching targets a lot. And what I mean by that is I want to just start burning all of these guys down. And since we have the DD advantage, we know one of their DDs is on B. If I can force repair on one of these battleships, or one of these ships in general, you can, what if one of our DDs basically gets a torp on them, then that means that flood's going to stick. So if you ever see me play and I'm switching targets a lot, usually what I'm doing is I'm not switching targets that much because I'm not getting a fire on this guy. But that's what I'm basically doing, is you are trying to force the repair. If you ever have a destroyer advantage or destroying your division, something like that, you work with that destroyer because you're trying to force that repair. So now I just got a fire on that guy. I'm going to switch to the Congo. So, and one thing you always see me doing is looking in the top right corner. Now, without even looking back at the ship, I know he repaired that because he's not burning anymore. So he insta-repaired one fire, so that's really, really good information for us. So I'm going to pop another salvo at this guy and then switch back. So the reason why I'm going to do that, apparently I'm not going to switch back. But the reason I would switch back is I want to force that repair, which has been forced, and then every fire that's going to stick on him is sticking. So I'm actually not playing this correctly. I would have probably, I would tell you, do as I say, not as I do, apparently. But I would have, the best play right there would have been to switch back and just get sticky fires. And what I mean by sticky fires is one they can't repair for the rest of the repair. But I'm going to stay on this Congo. He's pushing up this line. And maybe this might have been actually a decent play. So he repaired as well. So again, everything will stick. And the faster he dies, he's the only ship flanking, so this is a good ship to take down. As you can see, our guys on C5, our battleship right here, he's getting broadside shots on these guys. So if I can take this guy out, even though we're down, what are we down? We're down 3 ships right now. It's still not the worst. So our teammates are getting really mad. Everyone's mad. We haven't quite lost B yet, but we can still work on them. So my plan, work on this and then push up this side. Again, priority target. A lot of people don't use this. It's very, very important. I know it's just this Congo, so that's really, really good because there's 2 ships behind me. Always be looking at your mini-map. Always be looking at your mini-map. Map awareness is massive. And this is the strength of the ship right here. I'm kiting away. I'm being annoying. This is what the French ships do really well. This is what a lot of the IJN ships, the German ships do really well, is picking at you, and you're slowly just gonna die off. Because I'm gonna force repair, because I'm gonna have a decently high fire chance. I'm gonna kind of work away. I'm relatively agile, especially the French, because they have the speed boost too. So it's a little bit off for how fast things would kind of get going compared to other ships. And I'm gonna have a decent rudder ship. Now, of course, he snakes me right here a little bit, but I'll be willing to take that, and you can enjoy your triple fire, sir. And slowly burn to a crisp. I got really lucky that that hood didn't just get a liking for me, because if that hood focuses me right here, I'm basically broadside to him. I die. If that hood focuses me, I die. So the Congo got kind of annoyed at me. He's kind of switching his guns off. But still, we're just still working down this line, because if we do that, I will gladly. Now you can see I have 2, so I have to be a little bit careful, and I'm going to turn away from this hood. I think he has a target. It might even be the battleship behind him, but still. Congo's working down. Yeah, it's the Arizona that's even behind him. So Congo's still burning down. 2 of the fires have burned out, but we're going to work a little bit more on this guy, because we need to get that kill. We need to secure this kill, because then I can get aggressive. I can even push into this hood and get some torpedoes, especially when our battleship goes down. One thing we're looking to on the minimap is I have 9-kilometer torps on this ship. So I want to see if he's going to push towards me, because if he pushes towards me at any speed, even though he's 10 kilometers away right now, that means my torps will hit him eventually, if he does get within range. So as you see, he's basically pushing north towards me. So what I'm going to do, line him up. Hopefully he'll go that way. I assume he's going to turn so we can get broadside. Torps are going to go out, and we're going to try to get a fire on this guy. Again, I'm always trying to force repairs. That's how you'll get a ton more damage. Got a fire on him right there. He's been repairing 1 fire all game, and instantly repaired it. So that's how you're going to get patterns on people. He instantly repaired that single fire. So he did that earlier. Usually people are going to follow the same kind of pattern, and just like that, he burned the repair. So if I do snake him with even 1 torp and it floods, he's basically, I wouldn't say he's going to die, but he's going to be in trouble. I know, Blue Line Scum, hashtag Blue Line Scum in chat, but I ran out of room. All right, I'm sorry, we're down big. So this guy repaired 1 ship, and boom. So he took all 3. Thank you for doing that. It's a good guess by me. And I'm trying to get off the line. I'm sorry. I know I'm Blue Line Scum. So boom, just like that, full life hood basically done. Congo's still alive, kind of a bummer, but I think we snake a fire on this salvo. But we've basically recovered. I've been able to hold down this line. We have 2 kills. We're still coming back. We're not out of it yet. But this is when I started talking to my division mate. Luckily, they had some ships that were super far south. You're going to see that a lot with low tier stuff. Things are super far. They'll just be really, really far away. We're going to lose our Leon. But again, we have cap pressure. We have the only DD. It's a good DD too with the Fusion. And we're looking at our York right here, kind of hiding in the corner. But with me, they have a full life Arizona. I can kill that Congo. We lost our Leon, so we kind of expected that. And we're just looking at guys. We're looking for them to push. So he's going to push B. He's going to push A. Those are both bad for us. But I'll kill this Congo, and then I'll rotate over to help kill that Cleveland. That's my plan right now. I just need this Congo to not murder me. He has been switching back and forth between AP and HE. I'd rather him shoot HE, because I could probably last 3 salvos with HE, assuming he has good aim, which gives me plenty of time to hopefully burn him down. If he shoots AP, I could die instantly. So he's switching back and forth. His guns aren't even on me. He was turning his ship a lot. I don't even know what he was kind of doing. So I think I might even be able to kill him before his turrets get even on target. Repaired 1 fire. Again, take notes, guys, of who does that. Again, that hood is the perfect example of just forcing repairs and just keeping track of who does what. So I think he repaired 1 fire 3 times. So find that person that does that and just absolutely punish them. And again, if you're a battleship, being on fire isn't that bad. You can repair a lot of that away, or a lot of that info. As you see right here, I'm actually turning into this a little bit because it's HE. I don't really care too much about HE. I need to not give my broadside to that Algeria. If that's AP, of course, I have to turn a little bit different. But since it's HE, it's not really that big of a deal. So we finally got that kill on that guy. Congo took how many minutes to kill? And this Algier, who actually played pretty solidly this whole game. Even our York played pretty well too. So, and yes, I'm pink. All right, I'm sorry. So we're gonna gamble a little bit, assuming this Algeria doesn't have the shot. He does have the AP shot, so I was a little worried right here. So instead of trying to get another cheeky shot off, I just did the full turn, and we'll hopefully take this Cleveland out. He did get lucky on a little bit of a salvo. We'll just pop the AA to kill that plane, and we'll take this Cleveland out. Easy peasy. And down he will go right here with this salvo, and then basically we brought it back. So, oh, well, he's gonna go down there. But a nice 3-kill game. He tried to get cheeky there with some AP, but I was gonna give him my broadside. What am I, a brand new player? Get out of here. So again, we got lucky in a few situations. One, that this Arizona didn't push at all. We got lucky that I didn't get really hit by that Congo that much. And overall, a pretty good game. We're going to end up holding this down and then hopefully start working towards this Arizona. And I'm dark right now, so you don't always need to shoot too. So using, what have we kind of learned today, chat? One, keep notes on especially battleships. Battleships, if you're playing a cruiser. 2, communication's really good, but keeping notes on force and repairs and learning to force repairs and what force and repairs actually mean, because when you're working this, now he's on fire. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna watch our damage. I got kind of lucky there, and we're seeing if he forces that repair. He's gonna let that one burn out. So and again, we're gonna pop some torps out on him, and he's gonna get absolutely wrecked by our team. So he's letting that burn out. And we'll just push this Algeria, worst case scenario, probably get enemy repaired right there. So again, we learned that with the hood. He did it multiple times. People are usually a creature of habit. So we kept an eye on him, forced his repair, and then kept him on fire. Basically burned him out. So she had 3 fires there too. So not that was the Congo, but we got the torps on him, so he was gonna die from that anyway. So again, this is another situation. One, we don't really want to push into this guy because he has torps too, but we have the plane, so that's our advantage. So we're gonna switch to AP, and we got a couple hits on the guy as well. So he's gonna angle in, but we had the reason we did that because we had the plane. And we got really unlucky on that. He shot I was surprised he actually was gonna stick with HE there. And I'm just saying screw it, because he has 203s with Algeria, and those are pretty scary. But we have a faster fire rate because we have smaller caliber, so we're gonna aim higher for the armor belt. And boom, down he goes. The DD snags the other. So a nice overall game, 154K. We made some massive credits in this game. So again, in this episode of Breaking It Down, what did we learn? We learned, 1, keep an eye on the battleships when you are playing cruisers. Who is on fire? Who's repaired? And can we get that sticky fire damage? Also, watching that mini-map, figuring out which target needs to die, and working that target down to give your team an advantage to kind of siphon, make a death funnel. Really important. If you guys can do that, you will win more games. If you can force that repair and get that sticky fire on there, you will get more XP, more damage. I know for all the battleship players, I'm sorry that I'm promoting this, but quit repairing 1 fires. As a battleship player, when I do play battleships, sometimes you can let 2 fires burn out because you can repair most of that back. Yes, I know fires are a pain in the ass, but repairing 1 fire is just asking to just be burned to a crisp. So using your repairs correctly. But as a cruiser point of view, take notes on which battleships, which players in general, whether it's even a cruiser, instantly repair 1 fire, because you can really punish them. If their captain doesn't spec out, that could be a sticky fire for over a minute. So, and 1, 2, 3, 4 potential fires. So take notes, guys. Again, always look at your mini-map for the best situation and position to win. And again, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope this video helps. I know a lot of people have been liking this series, but this episode of Breaking It Down, going over cruiser play and how to stack that damage up. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.